What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's beautiful project. This is still the BMW DLC, but it is out now, so you can all play this one yourself. This is the BMW M1 Procar Standard Edition. There is only one edition of each of the BMW DLCs. This one's available in the junkyard, the auction, or the barn. We got ours from the auction house, as per usual. Very few and far between we get them from anywhere else. It's not in bad condition. Frame's pretty bad, but everything else we can live with. Did we get a good deal? Yes. Yes, we did. 40,027 is what I paid, and I could currently sell it right now for 42,662, making 2,635 profit before we even begin. And I do quite like that one. The engine in the BMW M1 Procar is the i6 M88-1, pumping out 465 factory horsepower. And this engine does look good. If we just open up that one there. Lots of gold accents on here today. Even on the fuel injector just down there, you got a bit of gold. On the timing covers, some gold. Also, the oil pump's got gold on it as well. And the engine head also got a little splash of gold on there. Looking very nice. I do think we're going to keep up with the gold theme today. I'm thinking maybe black, white, and gold is going to be the color options we are going for. I can't wait for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. We need to get stuck in. But before we jump into that, we're going to take this one around the racetrack today. Will we ever be able to beat that Mitsubishi Evo Mitsubishi Evo X KS edition? I always try and say that one wrong. It's got a lot of horsepower, but it still was very quick around the track. I don't think we'll be beating that one anytime soon. But can we get it into the top 5 at least anyway with the beautiful BMW M1 Procar? It's got a nice power on the engine. We're going to add all the performance parts. We're going to tune as much as we possibly can and hopefully get this one around the track in under that 1 minute 24. 1 minute 23.5 for the flying lap is what we're aiming for. Can we do it today? We'll have to stick around to the end to find out. The competition is now over. No more entries for the BMW DLC. We do know the winners, but obviously at time of recording, I'm recording it in advance, so I don't know yet, but we will let you all know very, very soon. Thank you so much for everyone for taking part. It was definitely a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, but it is out now. We'll get the winners their DLCs, but let's crack on with the M1 Procar. Let's get it into the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. In the car wash, let's get it all cleaned, get rid of all that dust and grime off of there. As far as I can tell, the car is white. It looks very white as it stands at the moment. We go all the way around. No liveries, just in a base white. Do you know what? I really like it with all the light details in there. I kind of think that's weird that I like that. But never mind. Let's get the interior done. Get this beast back on the lifter. Get the engine ripped out. Everything else stripped down. Get ready for this beautiful car to go all back together and hopefully dominate the racetrack. Car's in the air. Let's check for the oil pan. There is a big old oil pan there, so we need to get that one all drained out. So we'll grab the oil drain and get going with that. Drain you out. Very dark and not a lot of that one. Bit of a shame, but there we go. Let's get in and see what we've got to take out to get this engine ripped out of here. Obviously, the first thing we know is we've got rear drive axles and rear wheels. Obviously, we can't get to the gearbox till we've done them. So let's crack on and get these rear wheels out of here. That's the rear wheels and drive axles off. Let's move up a little bit and grab this starter out of here. An extra rusty bolt on there. We did have a couple on the wheels as well. As we go up around into the gearbox, out you come. Just the one rusty bolt on the gearbox. So let's take care of that one nice and easy. And I do think while we're here, we'll grab the fuel pump. And the rear muffler is one entire piece. I like that. We don't need to worry about the exhaust manifold on there. But we will grab that fuel tank. And let's see if we can rip that engine out of there. Back down on the ground you go, car. And let's go and grab the engine crane over to the car. Open the trunk and pull that one out. Nice and easy. That is what we like. Let's get the crane put away. Jump back in and see what we've got going on inside the engine bay. Now, the oil fill plug, and the dipstick is in a little service set just off to the side there. They don't need removing. You only need that to put oil in and check oil level. Then we've got a coolant reservoir over here. Are we missing anything else from this section? Only what we've taken out. Fair enough. Let's get up the front and see what we've got going on here. Not a lot in this one. Just the battery, the fuse box, a brake servo up here, wishy-washy reservoir, and that radiator. We've got no ECU or anything like that on this one today. So we're not going to be able to do a full tune as we would like. But we do need to drain all these liquids out. So let's crack on with that. Right-click. Go into normal mode. Right-click, additional tools, drain tool. Click on hold on the container, and it will drain all the liquid out. Nice and simple. We'll crack on with that. I've just noticed that there is no coolant reservoir. No, there is coolant reservoir. It's at the back. There's no power steering reservoir. That's what we are missing. but we don't need power steering. We're only going around a racetrack today. It'll be fine. I'm going to crack on and get the rest of this all stripped out, including all of the suspension. When we come back, it's time to work on the bodywork for this beautiful M1. That's all the mechanicals repaired, replaced, or upgraded, ready to go back on the Pro car. But we need to sort this bodywork out and get this one into the paint shop. So let's start stripping it all down. There is definitely a headlight there. That is a hood as well. Anything else on this front end? It doesn't look like it. Windshield, that was almost new, 95%. Door, mirror, and windows there. Then we've got the body window, side skirts, no. Fenders, no. Rear bumper, definitely. Trunk and spoiler, everything in one there. We have a window there. Doesn't look like it. One tail light. The other one was missing. Carry on and around. Body window, door, window, and a mirror. Anything on there? No, no, no. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Let's get the interior out. I do quite like these seats as well. I think they look quite smart, especially with the red trim on them. I think they look quite fancy. But anyway, let's get these out as well. Out you come. Out you come. No steering wheel in this one. Don't know how we drove it here. Very difficult. Oh, no, it was on the flatbed, wasn't it? We didn't drive it at all. But there we go. That's all that taken care of. Let's double check we have got everything. That's not the screen I want. I mean, actually, it does help. Nothing showing up on there. So we have got everything, but both of them are showing down to 1%. The frame's at 10%, and I bought the car for just over 40,000. I got the last one bang on right. I'm going to say 1,800. 2,300. Not far off, but still not right. Let's check out the body shop for the BMW M1 Procar. There are no alternatives or bonus parts for this one. Bonus parts there might be. I didn't check that. There are no alternative body parts. This is just everything that you get for it, like for like, nice and simple to get put back together. Let's just see if there are any bonus parts. There are no bonus parts pre-installed on these, so don't worry about that one anyway. But there we go. That is the frame all sorted, ready to go. Let's go and repair the body panels that we can repair, buy what we need to buy, get this one back together, and then get it into the paint shop. Let's get all the body panels back together on the beautiful M1 Pro car so we can get into the paint shop and see the lovely liveries we've got for this one today. On with the fenders, on with the front bumper and these pop-up headlights. I wonder if we can get them to pop up. We turn the lights on. They don't pop up. That's a shame. Never mind. Let's carry on going around. Windshield, in you go. On with the door, rear body window, and then the normal window and the mirror on there. Nice and easy. If we nip round to the back, you look between the vents, you'll see a rear window option in there. And then obviously on the vents, you've got the trunk in there. Looking good. Oh, back into assembly mode. Rear bumper, rear tail lights. In you go and in you go there. Body window, a door, mirror and a window. All that's left to go on there. Nice and easy. That is what we like. I think that's everything apart from the plate. We'll do that one in a second. Let's just get on with this interior. Beautiful M1 Procar seats there. Looking fantastic. And then that beautiful steering wheel. They do have a red trim on them as well. So maybe I'm going to go switch from black, white, and gold to black, red, and gold. Maybe we shall see. I'll see how it all turns out a little bit later on. But before we do that, license plate time should be fixed. Theoretically, I've gone for my plate with M1 Procar. Should be white. And it is white. It is fixed. It's been so long since that not been working. I'm so happy that it is back working again now. And I can actually get text on my license plate. I was wondering what was going on there. Thought it was a bit of like stitching issue or something. But no, there is a vent through there. And it is meant to look like that. But there we go. Let's just double check we've got the car all 100% finished. 100%, 100%, 100% bodywork all done and ready to go. So let's get this one into the paint shop. Check out the liveries and pick a beautiful colour for it. In the paint shop with the M1 Procar. Let's have a look at the factory colours for this one. We've obviously got a solid white right there. Then we've got a beigey sort of gloss white on there. A metallic-y beigey silver colour. Grey sort of beige colour. That's a fantastic colour. Definitely not what we're after today, though. Then we've got the very metallic-y silver, as it should be. Solid black. Definitely not what we're going. I don't like the solid finish. Gives it, like, bumpy edges and stuff. I'm not a big fan of that one. Lovely baby blue gloss, which actually looks fantastic. Not what we're going for, though. And then a solid red. Again, I don't really like the solid colours. They give a funny texture to it. The colour we are going to be going for today is a straight-up black, but we're going to go, ooh, not matte. We want to go into pearl there. And let's check out the liveries. That is the base colour we're going to go for, a pearl black on this one today. But let's see the liveries we've got. Slot number 1 is the triple stripes up through the middle in the M stripe colours. Looking fan, and it goes onto the engine bay as well. That looks absolutely fantastic. Probably what we end up sticking with. It really does look good. Slot number 2 is what we did on the M3 with the backwards diagonal coming up over the side. Although with the fenders, it does look quite smart. Slot number 3 is diagonal front wheel well to rear wheel well. That was actually really hard to say. But there we go. Any more? No, just the 3. So we're going to go back into that slot number 1. I think that looks absolutely fantastic. Now, in pearl, I have tried to match this red the best I can. And let's have a look at the paint colors. Although, when we paint, I believe, force painting the bolts doesn't match you into that pearl color. I believe it just goes a gloss or a solid. I'm not 100% on that, though. But we're going to match it in the best we can anyway. So that the bolts are red on everywhere, apart from the rims. I've got an idea for the rims. I think we'll come back to them a little bit later on. But we can always change it if we need to. So let's get this all on. There we go. Starting off, looking good so far. I think I'm going to keep the interior as it is. Maybe we'll try and make the seats a bit dark. No, we'll leave the interior as it is because everything matches in with everything. Plus, we've got the red stitching all matching in with the red on the seats there. And it's all looking good. So we're not going to touch any of that interior there today. It's all looking good. I don't think we're going to change anything else on the body. We got red bolts. We are going to flow in. We're not. We're going to throw in a few splashes of gold on there today. And hopefully that engine bay is going to look absolutely awesome. So's all the suspension and everything like that. So there we go. I'm going to crack on, start getting everything else painted, get this beast back on the lifter, and start getting it all back together, ready for the racetrack. The M1 Procar is all painted, ready to go back together. So let's just get started. Back up in the air you go. The only thing we've changed is these had a bit of a grey texture on the mirrors. I just changed them to a pearl black, the same as the body. So not too much to go on there, but let's get on. Let's get these shocks together. Black shocks and red springs. Seems a bit weird considering most of this build is black and gold. But it will look good, fingers crossed, when we get it all together anyway. So let's get on and start getting some of this into the car. We've got no extra pieces going down at the back, so we're just going to make a start at the front here, where all we're going to throw in is the sway bar in a beautiful gold and the steering rack just in a cheeky little black. And now we're going to jump onto some beautiful clips, some lovely editing by myself, patting myself on the back, and well done to me. Getting this all in on the suspension. When we come back, we'll sort out the engine bay before going and building that beautiful inline 6 engine. Let's get all the suspension in then. Lots of black, lots of gold, and then obviously them beautiful red bolts all the way around. We've also got red springs in there as well, but mostly in the black and gold. The other red part is the brake caliper, so let's get up to that and move on to the rear. Let's get on with this rear then. Black and gold, same as the front with obviously the red bolts. Only difference is we got a fuel tank down the back here, and we've used that hub in gold instead of black. So let's get the rest of this finished and move on to that engine bay. That's all the suspension done, black and gold, with a couple of splashes of red on the screws and bolts, the springs and the brake calipers on there. I think it looks absolutely fantastic, but we need to crack on and get the engine bay all sorted. In fact, I'm just going to start with that coolant reservoir down the back there. In you go. Then we got the brake servo at the front with the wishy-washy reservoir just in front of it. And yeah, fuse box is already in and painted in a lovely black. Battery tray is in a pearl red. And then we've got an unpainted battery on top with a black bracket. And then some lovely chrome gold rods there just to keep it all in place. Looking fantastic. In you go there. And then the last piece to go in is the radiator, which we've done in a gold. And obviously you can't do it in the exact same gold. So I tried to match this colour as best I could. And I don't think I've done that bad of a job. You can see there is a difference, but it's not too far off. So we're liking that. That's the engine bays all sorted. Not much to see in the front one there. Looking pretty nice, that radiator in a piece of gold at the front. And then down the back, we've only got the coolant reservoir in there. So we can't see anything else. But now, let's go and build that beautiful i6 engine. It is going to be mostly black and gold. It is looking awesome. The block here is in a steel black and gold. You can see this is my colour version of the gold. Then the engine head A, which sits underneath, this one's the performance part, is in a black and gold. Mostly gold in the middle and a few bits around the outside. And then the engine head B on top is the opposite way around. Black on the inside and gold on the outside up there, looking quite good. Then we've got a camshaft A and a camshaft B in there. Make sure you get them right. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 camshaft caps per camshaft. So 12 in total. And then 6 spark plugs running down through the center there. They're quite hard to see. You will have to rotate around to be able to get in and get them. But there we go. That's all of them in. Let's crack on and get some extra parts on. Starting with the timing chain for the front there. And then we have a secondary timing chain, keeping the cam gears together. Lovely pair of shoes on this beautiful M1. In you go, and in you go just there. And then just down on the side here, the oil pump, which we've done in a gold. Does have a little bit of black on there, just on the front there, and a tiny little piece at the back. But there we go. Bolted up nicely. Then we got another timing chain coming in and going into that central shaft. And then the timing cover is in black and gold. Gold bits around the outside and on that bracket arm there. Looking very nice. Now, these bolts will all go red when it's in the car, matching in with all the suspension. And hopefully, it's going to look pretty epic. Water pump, black and gold. Yeah, you got it. There's a big theme going on here. Crankshaft pulley, gold. Then the idle roller is also in a black and gold. A little bit of black in the middle, gold around the outside. We've got the alternator just up here, black and gold, but the other way round. And that looks absolutely fantastic. Water pump pulley just blacked out on there. And then we've got a serpentine belt in you go. There is another serpentine belt, but it's at the back. We'll get to that one in just a moment. Oil filter in you go, just blacked out. And then if we move on around to the back, we'll get the fuel filter in. That's in a cheeky little red. We've got the ignition and distributor. Oh, I forgot a piece. I left this piece in. I didn't mean to. This is the ignition distributor just here. You can see that lovely little piece just blacked out. Looking quite nice. In you go. We'll put you back. Then we got the rotor on top in a pearl red, matching in with all the other bits of red. And then the distributor cap on top is in black. It shows it's gold because technically it's two-tone, but all the gold is on the back side, so we can't see it from here anyway, so it doesn't matter. But let's move on around onto our throttle. There is a slight bug with this, I have noticed. Not this part, it's the next part. But anyway, we'll get the throttle on. In you go. Let's get you all bolted up. It's the next part that has a slight bug with it, which I have reported, but we'll have a little bit of laugh with it. Now, the intake manifold, we get you on in a beautiful gold. Now, this one bolt right here, this one needs to be screwed up twice at the moment and unscrewed twice. We'll just do it. 1, 2. There you go. And the rest of them are just one screw for each. That is the same on and off. I don't know what's going on with it, but I have reported it, so hopefully that'll be fixed very soon. Then we got the fuel injector in here, in a beautiful black and gold, all the accessory parts on it in gold, with the main base of it being in the black on there, with the cables going all up around the top. It looks fantastic, and I love it. Then the other serpentine belt, as I said, it was down the back. On you go there, looking very good. We nip around to this side. We've got a water manifold just up here, which is in black, with the tiniest wee little bit of gold just up there. Mostly in the black, though. Let's get you all bolted up. Lots and lots and lots and lots of bolts on this one. There we go. Then the engine head cover, and I think this bit looks absolutely fantastic. It's in black and gold, but it looks so good. All of the inlay parts in the gold there, the rest of it in a black, and it really does look fantastic. Loving that piece in there. Then what else have we got to do? I've missed a bolt. Let's get you. There we go. Then we've got the ignition wires, which are in a red, matching in with the fuel filter, and hopefully all of the screws and bolts when they go in a bit later. And then the last piece is this exhaust manifold. Yes, in the beautiful gold. And yeah, a lot of bolts to get through with this one. So let's just get this all in, and then we can get this i6 dropped into the M1 Procar. And hopefully it's going to look pretty fantastic. There we go. That is everything on this engine. So let's get it off of the stand. Off you come. And let's go get it dropped in the M1 Procar in the rear, as a good engine should be. In you go. Get the crane put away. And then let's take a look. A little bit of the red on the top there. I'm liking that. And then you've got plenty of that gold. We are going to go into photo mode, get it into focus, and just nip around the top there just to get a slightly better view of that black and gold. Looking fantastic. I'm loving that. But let's get it up in the air. We got a few bits left to go. We got them rear drive axles to go in. We've got the exhaust to go in, gearbox, and a starter. So let's get in and let's get started with that gearbox. In you go. It is technically in black and gold, but the only gold piece, again, is on the inside, so we can't see that one. But then we've got all of them lovely red bolts. They do look fantastic. But does it fit the build? We'll find out in a moment. Gold starter on there. Looking, again, very nice. And then we can get these drive axles in. Just blacked out. I was tempted to do them gold, but these rubber bits go gold, and it looks really weird, so we didn't want to do that. Spin around to the other side. In you go with the other drive axle. Looking good. And then let's check out all this redness up here. You can see, I mean, that's quite closely matched. I'm pleased with that. I do think the red just sets it off a little bit extra. Nothing too special. It is mostly in black and gold. Last piece to go in, that rear muffler. In you go, obviously in a beautiful gold. Finishing it all off, and then from the back, it looks absolutely fantastic. We go up to the front. You can see you got plenty of gold sticking out underneath there. Nothing in the middle. And then that beast of a gold engine, or gold and black engine with all the gold suspension underneath. Just finishing it off, looking beautiful. Back down on the ground you go. We're going to get the liquids all topped up, windows tinted, some beautiful wheels done for the M1 Procar, and then we'll get this beast outside in the sun. Here she is then, our finished version of the BMW M1 Procar from the BMW DLC. Looking absolutely fantastic in black and gold with the M stripe colours obviously running through that livery. And then we've got a splash of red on the inside as well. It is all looking absolutely fantastic. I really do love this one, especially that. Oh, if I could get it open, especially that engine. Black and gold, chef's kiss. Perfect colour combination. The extra splash of red may be taking it over the top a little bit too much, but I think it looks fantastic nonetheless. Now let's talk quickly about these rims. Now there are two different rims for the BMW M1. Let's just go and have a quick look at them. There they are. So you've got the M1 Procar A, which is this sort of rim, looking absolutely fantastic. The M1 Procar B underneath is exactly the same, but it's got that turbo fan on top, and I think they look absolutely fantastic. So that's what I went with for mine today, the M1 Procar B rims. And yes, in the black and gold, they are looking fantastic. They both have this central hub system on there. You do have to bolt them in underneath as per normal, but the visual effect afterwards looks absolutely beautiful. The rims at the front, we went for an 18-inch rim on this one here today with a 225 width and a 45 profile. I think it fills it out quite well. Comes out a little bit further than normal, and they're just a little bit wider than normal. Looking very nice. Down at the back, still an 18-inch rim, but it's a 245 width, so even more width, and a 45 profile on there. Looking very, very nice. I think it does look absolutely beautiful. I'm loving this one, but let's jump inside and check out this interior. I didn't do any of the painting on the seats or inside. You've got this beautiful red stitching going on around the dashboard and obviously on the door cards. And then you've got red trim around the seats and around the inside of the steering wheel. It all looks fantastic in here. Fantastic job, as always. But let's get this one started and see what the M1 Procar sounds like. That is a nice tick over. I quite like that, let's be honest. But I'm going to give it some gas. It takes a little while to add some extra noise to it, but once you get up to the top end, it's got that sort of little bit of a whine sound to it. But right in the middle there, that is very grumbly. I am liking that, but enough of that playing around with the acceleration. Let's get this one onto the dyno, see what its horsepower is, what its drag racing will be, and get it ready to tear up the racetrack. From factory, the M1 Procar's i6 pumps out 465 horsepower. How much have we added it today with the tuning parts? Obviously, we don't have ECU tuning or carb tuning on this one, just your normal performance parts. So what have we increased it by? A gain of 286, 62%. That is the lowest we've had in a very, very long time. A little bit disappointed with that one, if I'm being honest. But again, no ECU, no carburetors to tune, so only the base performance parts on there. Still bringing us up to a respectable 751 total horsepower from this beautiful BMW. And the highest drag rating we've had yet out of any of the BMW DLC at a 795. Not too shabby from the beautiful M1 Procar. But before we jump into the racetrack, let's have a look at the gearbox tuning. This is what we've gone for today. 4.32 ratio, 110k in first gear. I've not done much to this at all. I've slightly tweaked third gear and I've slightly tweaked first gear. I think I brought 4 and 5 in just an ever so slight little bit, but it was already more powerful than this from the factory. So bear that in mind when you come to tuning your gearbox on this one, because it starts off more powerful than this. And I brought it down a little bit just to try and get a better speed in. We'll see if it works. We'll find out on the racetrack in just a minute. No ECU, no carbs, but you can view the shorts to learn how to easily tune them every time. Linked in the description below, or find them on the shorts page on my channel. Nice and easy. Now onto the racetrack with the BMW M1. We've made it to the racetrack with the M1 Procar. Now they call it a Procar for a reason. I have done a few practice laps. This thing is rapid. I don't think we'll be beating the Evo today, but my challenge is to try and beat the Emden Jaeger, the VM edition, that had a standing lap of 126.657 and a flying lap of 123.539. If we can beat that, that'll put us second on the racetrack lap time board, and I'm definitely hoping we can get there with this insane car. So let's get on with it. We're going to do a standing lap. You won't see much of that. A few little bits here and there, maybe some mistakes, maybe some epic turns, and then we'll see all of the flying lap before we get this car back and see where it goes on the racetrack lap time board. So let's get going. Let's go, you beautiful M1. Now this is very twitchy. Spins off to the right a little bit there at the beginning, and I'm going to come off the accelerator to get around that first corner, because as I said, this thing accelerates fast. Plenty of braking and cutting a bit of a corner there to get us around, and then flat through here just about. The car tried to skip and kill me, and into the banked right, slamming on the brakes. I'm going to wiggle the car to try and slow it down a bit more, and then use the acceleration to get a bit of whip on this on the exit, and not too shabby on that corner if I do say so. Did pull us a little bit round the final corner, bit more braking there. I'm going to drop it down into second and try and not hit that wall as we race across the finish line. Not too bad. Bit of braking for the first corner. Make sure we don't die as we come into our flying lap. I haven't had a chance to look at the time yet. I will see it in a second as we keep going around. Not quite flat through there. I did have to lift on that part of the corner. Oh, and we're on to the straightaway. So we managed a 1:26.587. Just about beating the standing lap of the Emden Jaeger. Slamming on the brakes, bit of wiggle. Let the car pull us around. Oh, a little bit too much there, but we're still alive. We are still alive. Gentle dab of the brakes just on here because this corner is rapid. And then keep it flat through here without cutting the corner. Oh, just about keeping it flat in there as we come up to the banked right-hand turn. Very quick turn, but I'm going to slam on the brakes and let this car pull us around in second. We should whip just a little bit. There we go. And catch it on the exit. Perfect. I love that. As we come into the big banked left-hand turn, you can take this one incredibly fast, but not 250 kilometers an hour fast. We'll do 175. That seems about right. Pulling it around. I'm going to drop it down into third on the exit, just so we can get a big amount of speed as we come into the S's. Come on, you little pro car. Gentle dab of brake on there, and then big amount of brake as we head into this S section. Not too bad. Not too bad. Powering us around. Final corner. Gentle dab of the brakes, down into second, massively cut the corner. Oh, please don't tell me that's going to ruin it for us. And across the line, slamming on the brakes with the flying lap at 1:23.298. The Emden Jaeger, 1:23.539. We got the M1 Procar onto second place on the racetrack lap time board. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get this one back to the garage. Let's get it all on the board and then see if we can sell this one on for a tasty little bit of profit. We have a new second place on the racetrack lap time board, the BMW M1 Procar. Absolutely fantastic. Smashing that Emden Jaeger down a place into third with a wonderful flying lap of 1:23.298, only just beating out the Emden Jaeger. The standing lap of 1:26.587, also only just beating out the Emden Jaeger. I'm incredibly impressed by the BMW M1 Procar. I wasn't expecting second place. I was hoping for it and trying for it, but I was not expecting it. So definitely very impressed with that one. But there we go, new second place. Let's get back outside and see if we can sell on that beautiful Procar on for a tasty bit of profit. Well, there we go. All finished with the beautiful BMW M1 Procar and its black, gold, and red engine BMW Motorsport. Looking absolutely fantastic. And it was pretty quick as well. A new second place on the racetrack lap time board. I am very impressed with that one. Coming in with a 1:23.298 for that flying lap. Very, very good. But now let's talk facts and figures. We bought the car for $40,027 at the very beginning of the episode. And we could have sold it and made $2,635 right there and then, but we didn't do that. We spent a further $69,548 upgrading, tuning, painting, and modifying this beautiful, beautiful car, putting our total spend at $109,575. Is there some money to be made from this beautiful BMW M1? Let's get in. Let's take a look. Well, there she is, all 100% complete, and I do think my version looks slightly better than the thumbnail version there, if I'm being honest, but all 100% finished. That engine, the i6 M88/1, from 465 to 751 horsepower, 62% gained. Yes, it wasn't the most amount gained, but we've just proved there and then you don't necessarily need it to get a good speed or a good time around the racetrack. But we did spend 109,575 to get there. Is there some money to be made? There is indeed, with a sale price of $273,000. 623. Leaves us with a profit of 164,048 from the beautiful BMW M1 Procar from the BMW DLC. It is time to say goodbye to that one. It was a lot of fun. Now, unfortunately, if you didn't enter the competition, you do not have time to enter the competition. It is now closed by the time you've seen this. The winners have already been announced, and hopefully they'll have already got their DLCs and can be playing the brand new BMW DLC themselves. So you're going to have to purchase it if you want to play it for yourself. Available on Steam and all of the other places you would normally go and buy DLC. I prefer the Steam Workshop. Just easier to keep it all in one place. But anyway, the BMW M4 is still sat there, which means coming up next is the BMW 2002 Turbo, suggested by Pac-Man to bring this one up next, so that is what we're going to do. But also, the next episode will be my 300th car mechanic simulator build. So for the 300, we're going to build the 2002 Turbo. Absolutely fantastic. I love this car. It is the 2002 Turbo. I've said it multiple times. There's only one edition. We got ours from the auction house, and it's available from the junkyard, the auction, or the barn. It's in actually very good condition, even compared to the BMW M1 we just did. Still very, very nice. Did we get a good deal? No, but I'll take that. Only very minimal. We bought it for 41,637 and could currently sell it as is for 41,517. Only losing out on 120, which isn't too shabby. The engine in this one is the i4 M31 Turbo. You read that right. Turbo. Of course it's going to be a turbo. 170 factory horsepower on this one. We're going to be tuning it as much as we can. And we are, again, going to be putting this one around the racetrack. I don't think the drag strip is going to be suitable for the 2002 Turbo. We just won't do it justice, in my opinion. So we're going to go for the racetrack on the 2002 Turbo. So join us back here on Friday for the 2002 Turbo. I've said that way too many times, but it needs to be said. It's a beautiful car. I'm really enjoying the BMW DLC. We've got 2 cars left to go on this channel. It is out now, available from all the places, so go and grab it yourself. As I said, too late for the competition, but there we go. The 300th episode is coming up, or the 300th build in Car Mechanic Simulator is coming up. It will be the BMW 2002 Turbo, and it will be coming this Friday. No more What the Friday for the moment, just while we get through the BMW DLC. We'll be back to it next week, though, so don't worry about that. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy the BMW M1 Procar. Getting it second on the racetrack lap time board is very, very impressive. If you did enjoy it, give us a cheeky little like. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and share this video if you think a friend, relative, family member, whatever, might enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.